My name is Gary Boyd. I'm the head of the American Goju-Ryu Karate Association. I've been in karate for over 32 years. I began studying at the age of 17 with Lou Angel. Lou Angel was a student of Gogen Yamagchi in Japan and also Peter Urban in New York. I trained in free fighting with some of the world's great champions, with Joe Louis, who for 10 years was the heavyweight kickboxing karate champion of the world. And then also I worked out and trained with Bill Wallace. And I was fortunate enough to get to work out with Mamoru Yamamoto and train with him. He was all Japan free fighting champion back in the 1960s. And then also I worked out and trained with Jun Keat Moon. Jun Keat Moon was 7th degree black belt in Taekwondo and all Taekwondo light heavyweight champion back in the 1960s. What you're going to learn is the Goju-Ryu system. Goju-Ryu karate goes back to Okinawa. The founder was Shojin Miyagi. The style name means hard and soft. The time that you're soft is when you're blocking and you're flowing movements, and the time that you tighten up is when you punch right at the point of impact or right at the point of the kick. And the emphasis in Goju-Ryu karate as far as the dynamics is concerned is at the point of the strike or at the point of the kick, you're going to be breathing out explosively. The techniques that you're going to learn from white belt all the way up to yellow and green and brown and black, the films will take you all the way up to black belt, and you will have the complete Goju-Ryu karate system. I originally was in the United States Karate Association when I obtained my 4th degree black belt back when I was 29 years old. That was about 21 years ago. The last Goju-Ryu karate instructor I had was Bob Doglish, who was the head of Goju-Ryu karate for the United States Karate Association, and he lived in Canada, and I trained with him. And when he died, Robert Trias, who was then the head of the United States Karate Association, offered me the position of the head of Goju-Ryu for the USKA, but because of some other commitments, I was not able to take that, but I was offered that. Now, I'm an 8th degree black belt. I have all of the katas, Goju-Ryus in the Goju-Ryu system, all the way up to 10th degree black belt. And in this training series, you're going to take a step at a time with what I call the ladder method. You're going to learn the basic punches, the basic kicks, the basic blocks. You're going to get into some of the intricate self-defense moves, and then you're going to learn katas. Katas are prearranged combative dances used in karate training, condition the mind and coordinate the body for combat. And the emphasis in a kata is directional defense and attack against several opponents simultaneously. You're also going to learn how to do a ki-ai, which is your karate yell, and that helps you to spare your own fear, shows your opponent momentarily off guard, gives you more power, and provides protection when you're in close. These training films are geared to take you step by step to where you learn how to balance yourself, you learn how to block, you learn how to kick, you learn how to properly move when you're defending yourself. Ultimately, the goal would be to train you to be able to defend yourself against several opponents and not just one opponent. And then under different circumstances, what you would do against a knife, what would you do against a club, also what would you do as a gun defense if you were up close enough to be able to do something. So we want to emphasize that these training methods have centuries behind them. The Goju-Ryu system goes back ultimately to China and to Okinawa. Some of the katas that is in the Goju-Ryu system are also in some of the Chinese. For instance, Silim Tao is a kata that's in Wing Chun style, which was Bruce Lee's original style, and in our style it's called Tin Shui, or changing palms, changing hands. This is the system that was originated with a marriage between the hard of the Okinawan style, which would be like this, and the soft flowing of the Kung Fu styles. So this is where you get the name Goju-Ryu, the school of the hard and soft style of karate. 2, 3, Wallace! 1, counter. What you want to do is you want to drive your head back towards his hands, and as you do, you turn your palms up towards the ceiling and drive your elbows in and down, and you'll break that lock. Then you come up, you grab the fingers. As you do, you step out, you come here, and you go down, and he's down. And you can do about anything you want to from that position. But you grab the fingers from behind, you come here, you lock down, you can just lock in here, and you'll lock him down. It's real simple. And do a thrusting action. You got about 6 more inches, again, than if you're right here. Now for the application. Simple position here. Man comes to start to fight you, and you've got your weight on the back foot, very little weight on the front foot. The man starts to fight you, starts to come in at you, and you kick. You can kick to the groin, or you can kick to the midsection. Now, if you were just wanting to come into him, in other words, if I was back here, standing sideways, and he started coming at me, I want to come into him, I would thrust my hip forward, gives me about 6 more inches than if I were to just do this. Notice it, see? With the left hand, open gate on block with the right hand, open gate on block with the left hand, ball foot kick to the front, double punch, step back, double block, and push away. Stepping behind, grab the man's arm, do a break.